McIntyre. And representing Axel Nobel is Pete Mancini.
Let me get through that.
Gentlemen, you're up.
Marty, side.
Yeah!
Nice job.
Is that your son right there?
We would now like to officially welcome the Laconia Muskrats to Danbury, wishing them the best of luck in tonight's game.
On the other side.
The manager of the Laconia Muskrats is Matt Allison. Coaches are Nick Senatiempo and Reggie Reynolds. Here is the lineup for the Muskrats. Batting first and playing left field, number 7, Vinny Zarillo. Batting second and playing shortstop, number 3, Nick Massonia. Batting third and playing third base, number 23, Braxton Martinez. Your cleanup hitter tonight playing right field, number 10, Colton Bottomley. Batting fifth and the DH is number 32, Christopher Beal. Batting sixth and catching is number 15, Jake Henson. Batting seventh, playing second base, number 4, Matt Byrne. Batting eighth and playing first base is number 29, Ryan Sullivan. And batting ninth and in center field is number 9, Jack Sundberg. On the mound tonight for the Muskrats is number 25, John Lipinski. And now for your 2014 hometown Danbury Westerners. The manager of the Westerners is Jamie Shevchik. Pitching coach is Brad Cook. Hitting coach is Ryan Smythe. Assistant coaches are Dylan Elber and Austin Straub. Here is the lineup for your Danbury Westerners. Batting first and playing shortstop from Virginia Commonwealth University, number 1, the captain, Emil Machine. Batting second, playing right field from Missouri, number 20, Logan Pearson. Batting third and playing left field from Dayton, number 38, Aaron Huseman. Your cleanup hitter tonight is the DH from Hofstra, number 39, Ryan Donovan. Batting fifth and playing first base from Dayton, number 6, A.J. Ryan. Batting sixth and doing the catching from Kennesaw State, number 27, Brandon Morgan. Batting seventh and playing third base from Missouri, number 13, Zach Levy. Batting eighth and playing second base from Michigan, number 7, Hector Gutierrez. And batting ninth and playing center field from Missouri, number 35, Jake Ring. And tonight's starting pitcher from Western Oklahoma State College, number 40, Kevin Torres. For tonight's game, the home plate umpire will be John Grasso, and the field umpire is Jeff Burke. Please rise and remove your hats and turn towards our country flag in center field. Please join us all in a moment of silence to honor the men and women who have and continue to serve our country throughout the world. Serving as our color guard for tonight is the 411th Civil Affairs Battalion, led by Captain James J. Ontiveros. Please stay standing as we honor America with our national anthem performed this evening by Maddie Oldham.
Very nice.
How about a round of applause for the 411 Civil Affairs Battalion? Jack Moriarty to the press box, please. Jack to the press box.
Okay, so I need to get your names. We'll start here. Captain, Lieutenant, General, Rear Admiral. Eisenhower.
My name is Sergeant First Class Furman, and I'm their first sergeant.
Sergeant Furman.
Private
Test. Private Cotto. Specialist Gary. Okay. Gary, okay. Sergeant, okay. And then McIntry. Okay. Give me Sergeant. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to throw you softballs. You can at ease. This will be sort of fun. Ready? 3, 2, 1. We're at the Danbury Westerners Military Appreciation Night here, and we have some of America's finest soldiers right here. We're going to start with Sergeant Furman. Can you just introduce these other soldiers here, and what does it mean to have Military Appreciation Night here at Rogers Park?
It's a special event. It's great for the community to recognize the contribution that some of these soldiers have made over the years, and being that the 411th has been part of the Danbury community for so many years, it's nice to have the people come out and just recognize the contributions that they've made. To my left, I'll start.
Yeah, please, if you just introduce and say something positive about each one of these soldiers and what they've done.
By all means. To my left, I'll begin with PFC Kodo. Private First Class Kodo is one of our young soldiers that's just come new to the unit. And on the civilian side, she's a college student who also does drilling ceremony for high school junior ROTC students. In the middle, the individual who's been carrying the flag for the ceremony is Specialist Gary, also a brand new soldier to the 411th. And then finally, I'll end up with Sergeant Villa, who has been with the 411 for quite a while, especially during some of the earlier moments of the war on terrorism. He's been deployed with the unit as well to Iraq and Afghanistan. And I'll end off finally with the individual at the end is Master Sergeant McIntyre, one of our most senior sergeants in the 411th, and he is actually on the civilian side one of the big bosses at the unit as well.
Okay, now it's Sergeant McIntyre?
Master Sergeant McIntyre.
Okay, I'm going to go straight to the top here. All right, we have Sergeant McIntyre. Now, I notice you have your airborne decals on there. What does it mean to have Military Appreciation Night here at the Westerners game?
Well, sir, I think it really shows that the community really appreciates the local military, which is makes us really proud to be in this community as military veterans, military members.
Now, when you talk about citizen soldiers, you live in this community and then you're allowed to serve and kind of leave from here? Is that how that works?
That is correct, sir. Citizen soldiers mean that we have a civilian occupation outside, and then as far as being in the unit, we come to work here in the unit on our ballot assembly weekends.
Excellent. Well, thank you. Real quick, right down the line, what was it like to march out there with the flag?
Felt good. It's actually my first time doing it, doing a color guard event like this, so I mean, it felt pretty good.
All right, are those M16s locked and loaded, or are they just ceremonial?
They're just ceremonial ones.
I don't know. I feel fine with you guys handling them. But how was it? Do you live around here as well?
I live in Long Island, so I travel. But today was also my first time doing the color guard, and you see it on TV a lot, and you really don't get the full effect of it until you're actually a part of it. And it felt good to do it this time, and I appreciate the opportunity.
All right, and you're the newest member of the organization. What do you appreciate about Military Appreciation Night?
Just the fact that everybody can come out here and appreciate the people who serve our country as well. And I'm proud to say I've served along with them.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, we really appreciate very much your service and for coming out here today. Thanks so much. All right, thanks. Okay. Did you get all that? Where is Mariano Rivera? Where?
On the blues over there.
Want me to go get him?
No. We're going to go to him.
Okay.
Oh, we're
Okay. Yeah, take this like, and you have the program. You ready? Oh. This is our crack. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Okay. We are at the Danbury Westerners game, and these are some of the fine young men that play for the Laconia Muskrats. We've got Brad Rayleigh, and we've got Max Herman. Max, I want to start with you because you are a local phenom because you play for Rutgers. Are they like in the Big Ten now?
We are. We just moved to the Big Ten this year. We jumped from the American Conference, and really excited to get back to school and see all my teammates because it should be a good year for us.
So you're homegrown. You're New Jersey born and bred, and you're playing for Rutgers. Is that kind of a dream come true for a Jersey guy?
It is, actually. That's a good question because, everyone wants to go to the big state school. It's like our Alabama in Alabama, and we love it, and a lot of pride there.
Playing for Rutgers or being in the E Street Band, from a Jersey perspective, which would be better?
Probably E Street Band, hanging out with Bruce Springsteen every night.
That would be better. Okay, now you're a big dude from Ohio. Compare and contrast Midwestern baseball players from East Coast. Are East Coast a little bit, wimpy compared to you big guys in the Midwest?
Absolutely. No, it's all the same. The level of competition up here is great. We got some good leagues down there, but it's nothing like up here, so I'm excited to be here.
Okay, now both you guys are chasing your baseball dream, right? I mean, do you have it all picked out? Have you practiced your autograph? Do you think we're headed for the big leagues? What do you think? Are the Muskrats really the trap door or a stepping stone to the big leagues? Your thoughts?
I mean, the NECBL is overall just a stepping stone. On the baseball that we play with, it says keep your eye on the dream. So, I mean, it reminds us every time we pick it up, So this is obviously a stepping stone for us and a big part of our career to get to play in a great place like this.
Last question. Toughest athletes, football players, hockey players, baseball players, or those soccer players that are always faking injuries?
I got to go with hockey players. Hockey players are no doubt the toughest athletes. I give them all the credit in the world.
I mean, these guys take a puck to the face, get 20 stitches, and barely miss a ship.
Oh, yeah. There was one guy for Boston, played with a separated shoulder, 3 broken ribs. It's crazy. Absolutely insane. Good for him.
Baseball players, I heard of a guy who actually pulled an abdomen muscle sneezing. He was out for like 6 weeks. Your thoughts?
I mean, that's a tough injury. I don't know why he did go out 8 weeks. You know, that's a long. I mean, no. Abs are important, especially if he's a pitcher. He can't get much drive. It's a finesse sport, definitely, more than it is a power sport like hockey.
Okay. Well, listen, thank you very much for coming out. Really appreciate you taking the time. Thanks a lot. Good luck. Okay, 3, 2, 1. All right, we are here with a young man who goes to an Ivy League school, and yet he's chasing his baseball dreams. We have Ryan Marks, and you're originally from Coscob, Connecticut, and you're playing ball in the Ivy League. How would you compare the competition from that to the league you're in here?
I mean, in the Ivy League, the league is considered, a mid-level D1 league, but here we got there's guys from all over the country. It's pretty cool to play against some of these guys from these big-name schools, but even at school, we got out and got to play some good competition, so I'm used to it. We went down to Texas this year and played University of Texas, so that was pretty cool. So I've definitely seen this kind of competition before, but this league is great. I'm enjoying it a lot, and it's going really well.
So both of you guys are sort of youth baseball products from the state of Connecticut. You're playing at Hartford,
Yep.
Is that you're playing, and you grew up in Wallingford.
Yes.
So how would you compare the youth baseball program that Connecticut offers with someone like, you usually think of like Texas and Florida, they're the big powerhouses, but how does Connecticut stack up?
I think we have some good programs throughout the state. I grew up playing, through Little League and Legion ball. I never really played any AAU ball, and I am where I am now because of it. So I think the programs in Connecticut are doing very well.
Very important question. Toughest athletes, hockey players, football players, or baseball players? Go ahead.
My roommate at school is a hockey player. I've heard some stories. I got to say hockey players.
Hockey players. Yeah. I mean, these guys do. All right, how about you?
I mean, I would have to go hockey as well. It's a rough sport.
Can we all agree that soccer players with these constant faking of injuries, it gets a little tedious, don't you think?
Yeah, not a very big fan. I know there's a craze right now with the World Cup, but I mean, every game you watch, it seems like these guys are going down with little toe.
They go down hard, and then 2 minutes later, they're fine.
Yeah, I don't really understand it, but I think it's just part of the game for them. Everyone seems to be used to it. It's an international game. I mean, as American fans, we look at football and we think, a guy gets hit out of bounds and he gets nailed, and that's a big hit. But in soccer, it seems like these guys go down with little flicks. But I don't know.
In hockey, they actually have a rule called embellishment. So you can get tripped, but if you really sell it, you're going to get 2 minutes for embellishment, and the other guy gets 2 minutes for tripping.
Just like the NBA with flops now.
Yeah, nothing but actors. That's what the guy said. Well, listen, thank you very much. Appreciate you taking the time. And really, on behalf of the Danbury community, thanks for coming out here. I mean, this is like family entertainment. It's reasonably priced. 3, 2, 1. We are here at the Danbury Westerners game. It's a beautiful evening. We're joined by Alex Winkleman and Mariano Rivera. Yes, that Mariano Rivera. But let's start with you, Alex. You play for St. Michael's. How does the college level compare with what you're playing in this summer league?
I'd say so far what I've seen out of the summer league, it's a little bit higher level of baseball than NE10, which is where we play at St. Michael's College.
At St. Michael's College, is that in Vermont?
It is in Vermont, yep. It's in Colchester. It's about 5 minutes outside Burlington.
So what are some of the teams you play? Do you play like Norwich University, or what are the other teams in your league?
We play Southern New Hampshire, Franklin Pierce, Lemoyne, St. Anselm's, Assumption, a couple other schools.
So now, when you're playing in this league, the pitching, how fast the ball is, how much it moves, that kind of thing, is it good practice then for getting back into the college?
Yeah, I'd say it's good practice. It's definitely good to keep playing throughout the summer, regardless, either way. But you get a lot of Southern kids here who eat and sleep baseball, and you get a lot of Northern kids who, playing baseball up north, get to play all year round. But it's a good experience.
Now, Mariano Rivera, that is like a legendary name, obviously. Now, you grew up in Rye, New York. How was the youth baseball in Rye?
It was good. Growing up, I loved the game, so I just did my best as any other kid would. But, as you grow up, the levels get tougher. So the competition obviously was getting tougher every time you grew up, but I loved it. It gave me a chance to get better day in and day out.
Now, I know, you probably get a lot of questions about your dad, and so you might as well be named Babe Ruth or Lou Gehrig, especially in the, New York metropolitan area. But what about his Christian commitment growing up? As a family, did you go to church, and what part of that is in your life?
Yeah, I mean, yes, I grew up in church. My mom raised me that way. She's now the pastor of the church I attend to. And
your mom's the pastor? How cool is that?
Yeah, she's. We have a church in Newark, New York.
What's the name of the church?
It's called Refuge of Hope. It's about 5 minutes from my school. Not even it's down the street from my school. It's about 15-minute drive from my house. They always try to instill that faith in me. But it's something that lately, I've been striving to realize for myself. It can't be pushed on you, and it can't be, nobody can save you but yourself. And that's something that I've looked upon, lately, and am trying to, because it's something that without it, I'm not doing as well as I should be. So I wanna get better. Yeah. So I'm looking at that.
I know what you're saying. I have a 27-year-old daughter, a 24-year-old son. He's in the military, and a 22-year-old daughter. We raised him in the church, but at some point, a young man, a child, has to make that faith his own. You can't just get it off your parents.
Absolutely. I mean, you're right. It's a decision that you make. It's hard. It's not easy, but it is worth it. So I encourage, whoever's out there just to pursue whatever faith you believe in, but pursue it because it's what you want.
All right, the lightning round. Important questions. Tougher athletes, tougher baseball players in the upper, like the Northeast, or like those rednecks from down south? Are they tougher? What do you think?
I'm a northern guy, so I'm going to have to say the northern athletes.
I mean, really, when you ever bring up the Civil War with them, they're very, it's like they call it the War of Northern Aggression, surrender, hail, we're occupied territory. You ever get that?
Patriots won.
There you go. I was saying, we did this already a couple of years ago. Okay, last question. I've been asking all the guys. Toughest athletes, baseball players, hockey players, or football players? We'll start with you.
Man, I'm going to say hockey. I want to say hockey. Those guys are crazy. I mean, it's hard to learn how to skate first, number one, and then to play a sport, then take those blows that they take. Hockey players.
How are you, Alex?
I say hockey players or football players. You hear a lot of crazy stories about hockey players, so I'll go hockey.
They play hard, boy. They play hard. Well, listen, it's a pleasure meeting you guys. Thanks a lot. You're a legend. Really appreciate it. Good luck.
We are ready to kick off the Westerners' 20th anniversary celebration. Down at the park, it's time to turn on the lights, because the Danbury Westerners are playing tonight. They'll be swinging their bats and they'll be hitting home runs. It's a night of excitement and family fun. Westy helps everybody cheer on the team, as a prize snacks, some popcorn and delicious ice cream. On a warm summer night, it's always a treat. Westerners baseball simply cannot be beat. Everybody knows the score, the fans screaming out for more. Excitement fills out through the night, as victory is soon in sight. The runner advances as he heads for home plate. Rounding the bases, there will be no debate. When the last run is in, the fans will proclaim the Danbury Westerners have won the game. Everybody knows the score. The fans keep screaming out for more. Excitement turns out through the night, as victory is soon in sight. The runner advances as he heads for home plate. Rounding the bases, there will be no debate. When the last run is in, the fans will proclaim the Danbury Westerners have won the game. Go Westerners! Happy 20th anniversary! All right. Nice kickoff to the celebration today. I'd like to thank Bob up here on lead vocals.